think everyone wants to know if chapter 1 is really based on your personal experience, is it?
Chapter 2, right. I can say that chapter 2 is one of the more explicit chapters in the whole book. And there are a lot of details in there. So it's not really right for me to say whether it's my personal experience or someone else's personal experience. And how would I know so much detail? But I could lay out some facts, which is, first of all, Allison is real, and the way she's described in the book, that actually is how she looked, at least back in 2000. It is now 21 years later, so who knows what she looks like now. But yeah, back then, braces, short skirt and all, that was Allison. And then all the details about Tongan Ru, or Tongan Road, that's true. All the sort of rules of engagement, including the buy me 20 pink ladies and I'll go home with you trick, all that's true. What happened to Ben, obviously, was something unexpected, because usually it's just a trick to get you to buy more things. If you read the chapter, then you know what happened. It wasn't just about buying drinks. They actually got into a lot more trouble than he expected. So, yes, it's a true story. Chapter 2 is actually a true story. Whose story it is, I can't tell you. You just have to take my word for it. It's a true story, and I think it's a very interesting one. I hope you find it interesting too.
This chapter is related to Dao De Jing chapter 6. Can you tell us about that?
Yes. I will explain the relationship between the Dao De Jing chapter and the actual novel chapter in this case. I won't do this for every chapter, but I think this one is a bit vague, so yeah, probably at least worth for me to explain. Dao De Jing chapter 6 is about the power of emptiness first. So yeah, that concept of being empty is actually powerful. I think that is what I wanted to contrast with what happens in chapter 2, because Ben actually very much goes against that. Instead of keeping his life empty of trouble, he went and filled it with all kinds of crazy stuff. So yeah, in that sense, it is a comparison of what is right and what Ben did wrong. Dao De Jing chapter 6 also talks about how femininity, and so that to me is just more straight up, where Allison's femininity overpowers Ben and his faithfulness to his marriage. So yeah, that was also part of the relationship between the Dao De Jing and chapter 2. So yeah, again, I won't do this for every chapter, but this one I thought it'd be good for me to explain to my readers.
Did you pick Paradise City as the soundtrack?
Paradise City was a really easy choice for this chapter, because the song Paradise City first starts off with this very charming riff that makes you feel like you're stepping in paradise. You're stepping into a great place. But then the lyrics quickly turn into talking about a place with a very grimy other side, with a very dark heart. So the city looks like Paradise City, but really, it is rather harsh if you go to the wrong parts. And so this is very much Ben's experience. It's his first trip ever to Shanghai. So he had a lot of anticipation, curiosity, and hope. And what he ended up doing on his first night was very much not in line with the idea of a paradise city. It's more like Sin City, really. So I found that to be an interesting correlation between the song and the story, so that's why I chose it.
Did expats really stay out drinking all night?
I can't believe you're asking me that. I don't think they do that anymore because the places are gone. Tongan Lu, or Tongan Road, is now a luxury shopping district. So those places don't exist anymore. So there's really nowhere where you can really stay out all night. At least not in that way. I suppose if you go to a proper dance club, they still open till dawn. So yeah, you could still stay out all night, but the economics and the mechanics of those places now are very different. As a tangent, if you go to one of the dance clubs in Shanghai now, and you want to stay out all night, very easily you're going to be out $1,000, $2,000, just because they have ways of making you pay for auto service and also making the alcohol disappear by taking shots from your alcohol with you. So anyway, it's just an interesting development of what has happened in Shanghai. So Tongan Road no longer exists, which means the bars, the hostess bars where you could stay at and chat with a girl all night until daybreak, the bars are gone. I can tell you from experience, like, yeah, there were a couple of nights where I was on Tongan Road, drank until I passed out, and the staff couldn't be bothered to wait for me to wake up, so they literally left me at an empty bar for me to sort of wake up at 8 a.m., 9 a.m., collect myself, get in a taxi, and go home. So, yeah, and that I wasn't the only one that happened to. Like, that happened to a lot of people. But now those places are gone, so there's no place to do that anymore. No place to do that now. And so, yeah, I don't think I can. Definitely, we used to do that back in late 2000s and even 2010s.
I see that you are wearing an MCL t-shirt today. Can you tell us about that?
In hindsight, I should be wearing my Guns N' Roses t-shirt because the title of the chapter is Paradise City. So yeah, now I feel a little self-conscious. But yeah, got this My Chemical Romance t-shirt because I'm a huge fan. I think My Chemical Romance is one of those rock bands whose music stands the test of time, and I still listen to them very frequently. I'm glad they started touring again. I caught a couple of their concerts last year, and they're still incredible. Yeah, I'm glad they're actually still out there and active, and you can still catch them live. So I think that's great. So yeah. How much do I love them? I actually used 2 of their songs in the epilogue. So if you make it that far in the novel, and you'll see how I use them. Definitely My Chemical Romance, one of my favorite bands. But thanks for asking about it. I think from now on, for each interview, I'm gonna wear a matching T-shirt that matches the song and the title of the chapter.